Hello everybody, Reaper X1 here again, playing in our campaign playthrough of what I now believe is 1.0.3.7? I think we're up to by this one? Maybe 6. They're just flying along with these new updates, but first as we get our little Skycrafter here loaded up with some resources, maybe we'll try a little bit trial and error and testing on the crafting system. I think we did a little bit already, but I think it's time just to do a little more. But first of all, I would like to welcome you and thank you for joining me as we try to make the good ones happen here. That's about all we do. Try to have a good one. That's why I say it so much. But as you can see, we got all our little silos up top. As I think I described in the last video or one prior, that I've been using the little filter silos, node silos, for shortening up the conveyor lengths for a crafting base, especially when you're trying to make one that crafts all 5 cores, because, well, more space, longer call lines, and it might fail, because I think that is still a very legit issue with the crafting system, is the length of the conveyors. So I've been using this to shorten it up, and the silos down below are to constantly feed into that. So hopefully it all works out good, and we'll see if we can get this crafting. So far it's working pretty nice, so we're going to let this run, and we'll see what it can produce. Hopefully something good, something awesome, because, well, if it can create the cruise missile for Hawkeye, it will be good. Because usually that's the one that always gives me problems, which it looks like it may have. Yeah, I think we got an issue there. I might have took something off, because you do have to lay things down in order. So it'd be like refinery, component factories, crafters, kind of like that, you know. You have to have them in sequence for it to really function right. So we're just going to pop that off, try that, and we'll see how it goes. Hopefully it'll work out nice. So far so good. So it's chugging along pretty nice here. Hopefully it keeps going that way for us. Maybe we'll get ourselves a cruise missile crafted, and our little crafting thing here proven to be effective. Didn't quite work out for us, so we're going to give her another shot here. Removed a few things. Actually, removed in between. I've edited that out for some reason, but I did remove a few things, put them all back in, so hopefully we got it figured out better now. It's kind of a tricky thing though, because sometimes I've even found that if you got a little setup like this and it's not working, it won't even start. Just reverse the conveyors, because it also seems to matter what, see, we still had problems, so we're going to redo the whole deal now. We're going to take everything out, all the crafting, all the refinery and all that, and we're just going to put it back in order. So what I want to do is I want to put my, yeah, we'll do this, get in nice and close here. So first I want my refinery. I'm going to put it right up here. Even if you have a refinery somewhere else, it has to be in the crafting loop. Like this up here, the top part, that's my crafting loop. Everything else is just storage. And then from there, what I'm going to do is, since I got it going this way, I'm going to have my standard component factory, then level 1, then level 2, and level 3. And I'm going to build them up in order. Before, what I did is I put all 4 component factories down, and then I just went around with the dongles and I added them where they were supposed to be. Maybe that was a problem. But now we got our refinery, we got our component factories, we'll put our fabricators back in, and hopefully after that, we will be good to go and craftable. Hopefully. And as far as the top, though, as far as design-wise and looks and that, I'm not really sure what I want to do with it yet. But I'm thinking I'm going to keep it fairly simple, so it's nice and open, and I'm thinking of putting some controls on the top too, for like shields or and repair bubbles. Maybe the hover height control. I don't really think I'm going to worry about turning the hovers off, because there's not enough hovers on this thing to really hold itself up, except unless it has anti-grav. So if I'm going to have anti-grav and battery use and that, the only time it's even going to come into effect for the turning the hovers off is when I want to land, and I don't even need that, because the way this thing controls, I can force it to the ground if I had to. And at that point, I was actually thinking I might put some anchors down low that isn't a sky anchor, so it could anchor right to the ground, and then it could actually be fed by land-based vehicles. You could have parts come in on magnets, you could have resources come in collectors and whatnot. Just a good way to make this thing even more versatile. Because that's the main goal of most of my builds, is what can I do with it, and how can it do the most it possibly can, while still looking hopefully kind of cool. You know, cool is a good thing. And as you can see here, we got our options for selling off. We can clear that right out, because when this thing fills up, first it fills that. And then it fills the silos. Get that saved up, because I'm going to do a little bit of testing here, I believe. And then from there it fills the silos, and then they fill up on top for the crafting loot. That seems to be a really good way of going about it. It's been helping out quite a bit. Like I said earlier, it shortens the conveyor lines for the crafting loot, which helps. But we are getting a little low on money, aren't we? Only $3.25 million? Whew. We definitely ain't going to get this thing built for that price. It is going to take us some dollars. Let's see what we can do with this little feller, though. Kind of thinking maybe, just maybe, we should go and find another spot for money. And, I also need a little bit of a break from building once in a while. And, go play with the toys that we've created. One thing I am going to do, though, is I'm going to switch this out with a nice sky anchor. That's one thing I'm really liking with these. Well, that's maybe not such a great thing there, but the downside is you can, or the upside is you can anchor anywhere. You don't have to be on that perfectly flat ground, or as close to perfectly flat. Downside is you can't use the vehicles like a turret at that point, because they actually got to drive to steer around, turn around. Where with the actual normal rotating anchors, they just and they spin around real quick. And this being a thing ain't really that great. My anchor's a little close to the actual ground, but it's working. It's keeping us anchored. It's got our solar gens out, so I'm happy. It can do its little bouncing around. We're driving in it, so it doesn't really matter. I just want to be able to anchor quick when I'm out running around, and just in case I want to battle. It's a nice option to be able to anchor, keep your batteries up, and then if you do start still losing, even with your charging going on all the time, you can just unanchor and get the heck out of there. At least that's my theory. So far it kind of works. I blow up less since I started doing that. But yeah, I usually like to anchor before the enemies land. Well, you can after they land if you're too close, but get the solar gens out and working, hopefully powered up. But that's another thing that I just been noticing too, with the better future solar gens. Oh, get them. Oh, they're just little guys. That it's been bugging me for a while actually with the solar gens, but it's getting real bad already with this build, is how long it takes them to open up, since they got to go one at a time and in order of them being placed. So I'm going to maybe, when this build's a little closer to finish, when I actually got most of the idea done, I think what I might do is just actually time it to see how long it takes for, oh, get them, nice, to get all the solar gens opened up and actually functioning. Because I got a feeling by the time I'm done, I'm going to need so many solar generators, there isn't going to be enough time in the day to open them all. Because the anti-grav uses so much power, and I got what am I at right now? 6 or 8 of the big anti-grav engines on that tech so far, and it's not done. It's a little better than half finished, I think. But it's one of those things where the last half, ooh, chipped a tooth. The last half could be a heck of a taxing part of it. Because as you start to close in and all that, you really got to think ahead. Because you get that. Oh, you're just a little guy. You got to really worry about, with all this extra weight to make it look nice, is it still going to work right? So usually what I try and do is I try and load everything I can inside, build it up with batteries, steering thrusters or adjustment thrusters, gas, like fuel, rockets, propellers, all the important stuff to making you move and stay in the air. But then you also need to keep the shape you want, or relatively close. You don't have to, but it's something that I like to try and do. As far as what we need here, I don't really know if there is much. Doesn't look like it at all. I was going to grab up some missions, but this isn't the area I want to do missions in. Oh, well, at least it stayed on. There would be a time before where that wheel would have fell right... Oh, invader! Would have fell right off. Well, we got 24 seconds. Let's just cheap him out. Nah. That's kind of shabby. It also might leave that invasion thing up there on the top of our screen. It's done that a couple times. Ooh! Oh, he was looking dangerous, too. Had to make sure I got him quick. No screwing around. I thought he had missiles. But he's got some good parts for me. Look at all them treads. The nice thing with the treads is that if you don't need them, and you got too many of them, you can craft them for some decent money. Or scrap them for some decent money. I think you get, was it 3 to 4,000 for all the components that come out of them? Now, it's nothing compared to what it costs to buy them, but still very worthwhile. What can we do back here, though? Let's go with magnet. Maybe that'll help us pick things up. Trying to be efficient. I don't want to always... Oh! Damn! This is a heck of a beastly roadster. I just don't want to have to deploy a skew every 2 minutes when I'm battling something. Unless it's bigger. You get a million blocks kicking around. You gotta do something with them. Can't just leave them there. Okay, cool. Hey, get off of there. Get in my skew. Cool. So yeah, hopefully we can find another spot where we can do a little mining maybe on our journeys. It'd be nice. It's good to get battling, scavenge up some parts and all that. But ideally, money is quicker. Especially at this point. Like, I'm maxed out, I got all the terminals and that. Really, at this stage, the only thing I would have to craft is stuff I have. Ooh, damn, get him. Ooh, nice. Looked like he had a whack of missiles on him. Or, oh, maybe they're railguns. Either way, though, we weren't taking a chance. But yeah, like the only things I really have to craft are things I haven't found and stuff like that, or EXP and special blocks. I still think we should have a terminal for the special blocks. And if you own the R&D, it should unlock the EXP blocks. Or, actually no, maybe the EXP ones should just be all available. Oh, excuse me. Oh, little robot took a beating. But yeah, like the EXP blocks were available after maxing out in the terminals. And unlimited, too. Or at least like a handful of every one of them all the time. Like per day. They get restocked each day. That would be even cool. Because when you got to search through and you end up going through like 10 trading posts or trading stations and you only find maybe one of the block you want on the EXP, that really sucks. That's the kind of grinding I don't like. Like if I could go to each and every one of them, or even one per day, and get a load of those EXP blocks. Oh, this little flyer, I like him so much. He's fun. He's not the most devastating flyer out there, but man, does he fly decent. It used to be good, but now he always wants to auto-right. Kind of just gradually bring him back to level. I think a lot of it's because of the wings I used, but I like it. I'm going to stick with it. I don't think I put a gyro on it. Usually these little flyers, I try to stay away from, well, actually most of my flyers that are supposed to be like a plane or even a chopper, I try and stay away from a lot of the gyros and that. The passive gyros now that we got, those could be really handy. Which I'm actually kind of thinking now, maybe I should try one of them on here. Maybe it'll keep me from rolling back over. I might have to keep that in mind. Try that at some point. But right now, I just kind of want to run around. I think we're going to fly back to that blue dot maybe, unless we see something really cool in between. And we'll see if that thing's done, is it done mining for us? Oh, looked like it was still moving. Let's get something a little different out here. Oh! Yeah, they're still producing for us. We'll get this guy. Yep, that one's working still. See, who needs a plow or a scoop? You can just push them. Just run into them. There, get down there. See, I'm surprised this is actually still going, but I guess since we haven't really been here that much, it's going to have lots of time to... Or it's going to take a lot of time to actually empty out the seams, especially with only one on them each. Being on a hill, it makes it tricky to get more than one auto miner on there. But yeah, that's not too bad. I think what I'm going to do is let's go to that one again. Because that was just part of our little adventure. We were looking for action, we were looking for info, and we found a bit of both here. We know that's still mining for us, and that being rhodite, that's not one of the easiest ones to really find. Wow, look at this go. I'm dizzy just watching this. I'm getting a little air thick. Too many G's. I lost my cheese. Yeah, we got them though. Screw you guys, I'm going this way. So yeah, now I'm just kind of wondering, ooh, grassland. Is any good money over here? Gotta kind of get down low and slow just to make sure that, oh, that was a decent patch there, looked like. Ooh, yeah. Was there 5 or 6 of them there? No, let's get this out. There, let's just drive around. Sometimes when you're flying that, you'd be a little too high, everything doesn't show up. So that looks like we got a fair there. 6, maybe 7. A couple over there, some over there. Oh, this might be a really good spot to mine. Ah, got one in my wheel though. So yeah, not too much there we want. Except for all this money. Let's get something a little different. This little feller, he does the hills quite nicely. He battles effectively. And it's actually way more fun to drive than that other one. I don't know why. This thing, I've had this built for, a bunch of playthroughs. But I only bring them out in the end game kind of thing usually. Because, well, this wasn't built in this playthrough. And while I'm working through the licenses, I like to keep kind of with that update until I max out. And after that, all bets are off. Build what I want, do what I want, go crazy with it. Is kind of what I'm going for. But yeah, we're going to get this field set up here. Hopefully it'll do us some good if we can get these all to just play nice with us. Ooh, too far. A little more? In there? Right there. Yeah, that'll work. Oh, still red. How about that? Ooh. Oh, cheap. Now, doesn't look like we're going to get 3 on that one. That's okay. We'll figure it out. This one might be tough too, being on a hill. Oh, and then the next one. It's still on a pretty decent hill. Now we got 2 of them there. I don't think that one's going to work though. Maybe we can just readjust them a little bit. If we go this way. There, maybe that. No. Cheap. Cheap. There, I'll put that one like so. No. Alright, that works. Yeah, I'm thinking we're only going to get 2 on that one. It's kind of disappointing. Maybe if we try this way. Right there. Oh, 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 oh. No, so close. Screw it. Let's go this way. See what we can get working on this one. Yeah, those ones on the hill are paying the nuggets. We'll just get rid of that one. Get our little sales unit out here. Now, I know I may have showed you this before, the setting them up and all that. But like I was saying in this at the start of this playthrough, I'm going to try and show you as much as I reasonably can with what I do to get through a campaign. Just in hopes that it helps some others and that. I know a lot of the other YouTubers, they skip and they jump and all that. I've done that a lot myself too, but this one I thought, well, there's been a lot of new players coming to the game. I thought maybe it'd be a good idea to cater to them a little bit more on this one. I've been seeing a lot of questions for help and suggestions on what to do different in their own playthroughs, so I thought, well, I'll just make this one. I'll show them what I do, and they can take whatever helps them out of that, and hopefully they can put it to some good use, make their gaming experience that much better. And I think it'll work out quite nicely. And if no one wants to use any of the information, or if they just don't watch, well, maybe they miss out on something. I'm not going to miss out on a whole lot here, except a space-saving idea that I had by building my conveyors up and over everything. Not saying I'm the only one that does it that way, but I just know I thought of it for myself. But now we just got to get everything covered with receivers so it can actually be all picked up. And being on a hill, that's a pain in the nuggets. Right in the nuggets. Let's go off this side for that one. Like, look at that. We just got it set up and it's already filling up the ground. Come on, let me see what I'm doing. There we are. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Yeah, somewhere in there, I guess. That should work out quite nice. I'm just curious as to see how many is really on here. Like in the whole area as far as our erudite seams. And yep, we're laying down turrets too, because I can just imagine I'm going to get attacked while I'm still here. Hopefully these guys can save my stuff. See, it really sucks when they blow up your conveyor lines. It is not the coolest thing ever. I don't mind telling you. I've had it happen more than a dozen times over the time I've been playing. Alright, that'll be good for that spot. Now we just gotta head on and keep on. Go and do our little running around. See what we actually did end up setting up here. As you can tell, I've already filled it and it's already run its course. But like, look at them. There was a bunch of them. You can tell on the radar there's quite a bit of money here. And you can also tell by the money in my little bank account at the bottom. Went from $3.5 million to over $11.5 million. Oh, someone's trying. Oh, they died. Good job, buddy. We'll send you back. You deserve the rest. There. Yeah, that all dealt with. But yeah, there was quite a few spots in here. There was way more than I thought there was. But look at all these damn trees. Like, I thought they fixed that. Well, I guess it just doesn't come up through your text anymore. I wish they'd just, like, have a perimeter. Maybe even if it was only, like, 10 or 15 blocks away from any anchored tech or player tech that trees can't regrow. You know they wanted to. You can tell right by that. It just jumped right up there as soon as I moved my tech. So it's kind of in the right idea, just maybe a little bit better would be nice. Sometimes it makes it hard to even find them. Like if I didn't have a radar on, I'd have a hard time finding some of these locations just because they're all tucked away in the trees. Oh, missed some. There. You got anything good for me? Yeah, not really. Alright, so now, whoa. What should we do? Maybe should we, oh, we still got one over here. Better clean that up. There. Now, I think that area is completely drained of what we want. Now, oh, look at this. Found another one. Man, we could have a ton of money. I don't know how much I should really try and build up here, but maybe what I'll do is I'll set this one up. And then from there, maybe I'll hang out, do some stuff around here. Or maybe I'll just go back and just have it ready for when my money gets low. I haven't really decided yet. Look at that guy over there. He's just waiting for me to shoot at him. We might have to try that. But we're going to set this up first. And we'll see what we can really do with this place. Oh, it's attacking me. Oh, you were really not prepared for me, were you? Thought because you're big and bad, you're going to take me out? This thing's got more firepower than some of the larger techs that I see here. It's just they got way more battery and bubbles. But yeah, I'm just going to continue on plugging auto miners in and see what we can do. Maybe we can get a few more bucks added up. And we'll be that much better for when we get back to building our Skycrafter. And that's what I'm looking forward to. Alright, well, got that little spot dealt with almost. Get our cellar out here. Get it all set up with its conveyors. Now, I remember a while ago I did a speed run. Straight from the start to see how fast I could get to $1 million or 1 million BBs. And no pre-made techs used, nothing like that. And straight from the start, like right from you drop into the world. And a random seed too at that. And it ended up taking me, I think it was 1 hour and 42 or 45 minutes to get to 1 million BBs. I'm thinking of trying that, but using pre-made techs. I think I could shave a few more minutes off it. Like, not necessarily pre-making the auto miner setup, but just using the cellar that I got there, and then plus if I have my turrets and I use them, because then I can just drop them and they'll protect. Because when I did my speed run, I was getting stuff shot and I have to replace it and things like that. So if I cut that down, I could shave some more minutes off. So I'm kind of thinking of trying a speed run again. I'm just not sure. Ooh, see that sneaky little punk? He's trying. Then here comes the turret fire. Now the only other downside with this little tech is that it's not really set up for handling mass amounts of resources. Like, exceptionally well. It does fairly good. But what I'm thinking of doing is cleaning up all the loose resources from the trees and everything. You know, try and save a few frames per second. Stuff like that. Keep the game running hopefully smooth. Here and there it does get a little choppy. Well, it did. I've had to speed some video up a little bit along the way, just to make it a little more pleasant to watch. There, we got this one in the middle. Yeah, I'm not really sure how much is here to set up, but we want to make sure that we got as much as we can out of it. Because, well, we are trying to make the BBs. And this looked like a decent spot, so we're going to top it out. Keep our build simple and effective, hopefully. Now, we'll put that over like so, and we'll go this way a little bit. In there. I think that'll work out quite nicely. And on to the next location. Come on, where's another good cluster of stuff? We're going to get a bunch of... Oh, there's only one there. Oh, look at that big guy. He's coming right for us. Oh, he thought he was. Actually, yeah, let's go over here and pick up that stuff. We'll skew it while we're working. We only got one here, but oh, look, another one already. Whoa, what happened with my missiles? They went right stupid on me. But yeah, this would be a good one just mainly to have a turret here, so might as well put the auto miner in too and everything. Then we'll get that extra little bit of coin out of them. The nice thing with this, that might do it. That's one thing I've noticed, is if I can keep turrets on the outer perimeter of my field, a lot of the time, the only thing that'll spawn in the middle is really small, so you can take them out pretty quick and stuff like that. You know, no sense messing around with too much and overdoing the area if you don't need to, because it just slows the game down and makes it take a long time. So as you can see here, we did get quite a few of these mining sites all set up. And now we're 12.5 million almost. So we are making the money, and we are doing fairly good at it. Just going to kind of wander around, clean up our site. Make sure there's no bad guys around here, or that we didn't miss anything. And like, look, we almost missed them blocks. Now this little section here looks a little too clustered with having both turrets right there, but I find it's good to have one turret per site, no matter if they are like just that little distance apart as the other spot over there. Especially on assault flats, because sometimes you'll get the bigger baddies that come in through that end, because they are supposed to be like one of the more dangerous biomes to be in and around is the salt flats. So we're not going to take any chances if we don't have to. Now, with this much going on in this area, it does get a little slow, but still not too bad. It hasn't been overly annoying, so it's pretty good. The way it's all spread out. Oh, look at this mess. Found a whole bunch of goodies. Megatons, the big claw wheels, or, I forget what those wheels are called. But we got them. We got a bunch of them there. Our turrets are doing their job. I'm liking it. But look at all the resources we got just laying around. Man, we got to really pick things up. That's another nice thing about this little tech I got here, is it's pretty easy to modify to do this. Like its base form doesn't have the delivery cannons, doesn't have the pacemaker, and it uses venture receivers. I think I put GSO on this one, so you get 5 to hold into, or is it 3? 3 or 5 on the actual receiver itself, and then whatever the silo can hold. Oh, you thought so, pal. So we let it run and do its course. We're up to 17 million. So there was another $6 million spot. There really wasn't a whole lot there either. It looks like there's a lot of blue dots on the radar, but a lot of them are small little spots, clusters, or like one seam here and stuff like that. So it's kind of deceiving that way. But yeah, they're all done, looks like. So we just gotta go run around, clean up, give you an idea of what we did have going here. Oh, man, those turrets work nice. They got a little bit of everything. They got some cruise missiles, they got some megatons, they got some, pretty sure they have venture hailfires, they got the GSO 3-pound cannons. They're fairly loaded. We got some drills on the back, just in case anyone gets some ideas. And we got the drills on top, just for a mohawk look. Kind of thought it looked badass, so I went with it. Now, how's this area doing? Oop, might as well pick that up. Yeah, all finished. Nice, nice. One thing I've been kind of running into every once in a while, I come back here a few times to see if it was all done. And it'd be like, this one has stopped, but that one hasn't, like just in the order of me deploying them. So I was like, dang it. I don't want to do this over the next 50 minutes. So I just went and did some other stuff, roamed around, Didn't really get too much. I just kind of went to trading stations looking for parts and that. Did not really find much. But for the most part, it worked out good because now we're timed it right and everything is done and we can pack up. And I don't know, maybe we'll go to another spot. Maybe we'll just go back to some building. I don't know. It has been a while. Like, this doesn't happen in 10 minutes, all this. It takes maybe, about 2 hours with 3 to drain a seam or something. Maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours, something like that. So we have been here long enough. We have done 2 of these fields now, so we're looking at 4 or 5 hours that we've been just making money. But 17 million, you know. It was time well earned, not spent. Yeah, this would be a lot quicker. I still wish those mobile SKUs had the pickup effect of the magnets. Oh, look at this guy hanging on the side, sliding down the hill. Pew, pew, pew. You didn't even get the first 2 out, bud. Sorry about your luck. That's kind of the downside when they do that, because they don't even really get a chance before I can hit them with my missiles. And this tech, it relies on missiles just because, well, it's small. Petite but powerful, you know. But it's time to fly. We'll head back over this way. I think we made a good chunk of money at this end of our or this part of our little world. I think maybe some building would be an idea. Kind of got some new things I've been thinking about, and I don't know, maybe we'll do a little battling on the way. Some low flying. Ooh, pillars. Those could be a challenge to fly through. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Oh, nice. Keep it even. Oh, whoa. Almost hit it. Oh, hit the tree. That was going to be so sweet if we had made it through that. But yeah, I like the low level flying, but I just not that awesome at it. Crash here and there and all that good stuff. This little area looks like it may be decent. Yeah, not really enough, I don't think, to make me want to stop and make a bunch of more money. I think with 17 million we should have enough to play with for a little while too. Whoa, that was close. It's almost like we meant to, right? I did. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. Oh. What you got for us? Come on, something good. Nope, nothing I want. The main thing I really am looking for in there is the big man bomb, or the fat man bomb, or the bomb. The EXP bomb. Ooh, here's a tight spot. Oh, not bad, but not really the exact way I wanted to take. But this looks like it is. Oh, I think it's still working. Yeah, it's still dropping them. So, okay. Well, we'll just leave that running then. No sense really cleaning it up just yet. We got a bunch of them now, eh? And I don't think I've really mined too many of those. I think maybe that's my 5th spot. Or like seam. Maybe 6. Oh no, it'd be more than that because we did a whole bunch around our Skycrafter base. But anyway, we didn't sell any. We stored them all. And I know we need a lot of them if we want to craft, like, say, missiles and stuff like that. That rhodite's pretty important for that, I believe, if I remember correctly. But I think it's a good time to head back over to our main base, which, oh, it's the other way. Well, they're still working. Hard at work. Getting close to being done, it looks like, though. If you can believe the needle on them, anyway. Can we take out? Oh, perfect. Oh, nice. I like that maneuver. And oh, an invader. Oh, hang out here for a few seconds. I see it even wants to tip back to correct itself. Oh, he's here. See if we can get in a bombing run on him. Where is you? Let me see you. Oh, way down there. You're just a small little guy. You gonna take more than one shot? Well, he took two. Oh, he's bubbled up, so yeah, he's gonna be tougher than I thought. Oh, I think I missed him on that one. Oh, hit you nice there, though. Oh, yeah, loop-de-loop. Shoot you in the... Shoot. Let's leave it like that. Oh, take it. You getting fed high explosives there, boy. How you feel now? You full? Oh, another one. Oh, wow. I think that was us that hurt him like that. I don't think that little guy would have damaged him like that. Oh, wow. I think we got him. No, we just got the one. I was going to say, did we just get 2 for 1? Looks like there's a fair bit of blockage down here. We should maybe do some cleaning up. Ah, take that. Yeah, that was his name too. Like there. And I think we'll just run over here. I don't know if I'm going to... Oh, he's coming in hot. Uh-oh. I'm flashing red a bit. Oh, a missile's flashing. I gotta be careful. Maybe from here we should just worry about getting back to our base. Oh, don't do that. I broke wing. Ouch, it hurts me. It hurts me. Oh, we lost a missile. And laser sight. That ain't great. I really don't want to lose any missiles. They are not the cheapest things in the world. And they do cost a wee bit to actually, or in time, to craft. And quite a few resources too, so it's best to keep what we got. Alright, so I think we're nicely healed up. Don't see nothing flashing. As long as I don't hit nothing on the takeoff. Ooh, like it. Ooh, another dude. How you doing? Oh, you've been better. Yeah, some... Ooh, not there. That should work. Oh, little feller out there, eh? Yeah, just like a wind tunnel, everything goes over. Except when it's armor, it smashes into the nose of you first. Alright, anyway, let's get back over this way. See what we can do. Hey, the dot disappeared. We got no mark on the radar. Ouch. What's this want to give me? Come on, something good. Nothing? Why for you hate me so? I guess that shop's closed for business right now. Maybe gone for lunch or something. Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. Oh, clip the tree. But I think if we go this way, we'll get back to our base. I think. I wonder if this is a decent... Oh, I think I might have been there already. Look pretty bare. I think I'm on my 4th or 5th grasslands that I've... Oh, that looks like a few over there. In that grassland. Yeah, I'll take ramp. I got some ideas that I may want to use them for. And yeah, that's... yeah. Yeah, we're getting a nice little selection of the EXP stuff, but still not the ones I want. I want the bomb. Give me the bomb. Bomb. Bomb, 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 bomb. Okay, well, that doesn't look like the greatest spot either. Looks like I might have been here. Not sure why I'd say that, but it does look like it. Now, you got anything good for me? Don't be cheap. You're cheap. Dang it. Gotta go. Yeah, that's why I was saying it'd be nice if they had like a set number of blocks that they got each day or something for the EXPs and the special stuff. Honestly, I still think we should have a specials terminal. Maybe when we max out all licenses, that one gets unlocked for us as a bonus prize for maxing out. I said that a while ago, I like the idea and that, but who knows if it'll happen. Maybe they think they won't be as special as if we got a terminal we can buy them from at the end. I don't know. But it is kind of almost depressing to see how those color blocks barely ever get used. There is some that do use them. I use them here and there. But for the most part, people are all into the battling and that, and we don't get enough of the colored blocks while doing that to really put them to good use. I think we really need to get that specials terminal. Because then we'd have oh wow, he didn't last long at all. All the color blocks we could want, the decorative blocks. We could have hats on everything. That'd be great. Make a tech just be a coat rack or a hat rack. Yeah, there. I think that's our dot now. On the radar came back. Oh, big pause. Yep, that's it. There's our Skycrafter. Our mini runway that's really hard to land on. But we're going to try it. Oh, missed it by that much. Oh, didn't hit the ground though. See if we can do it this way. Oh no, I hit the crafter. This could be tricky. Come on, scoot around. Get around there. Hopefully we can line it up nice. Coming in. Oh, we're off course a bit. I don't know if it's going to work for me. Oh, I think that was too much down. Okay, stop there. That'll work. Definitely not the easiest runway to land on. It's a little short, too. It'd be nice if it was about 2, maybe 3 times longer. But I really don't want to put a bunch of stuff into it. Just because I'm not sure if I really want a runway up here. I might do something different. I might not even stay at this base or this position, so I haven't quite decided as of yet. But now we'll get back into the good stuff. Well, the more good stuff. I'm going to fill this in a little bit. Hopefully we get her looking kind of nice and almost presentable on the top half here. Now it's just a matter of going through everywhere and matching it all up, keeping balance and symmetry, and it's a tree that's hard to grow, you know, symmetry. Especially if you ain't careful. Next thing you know, you're unbalanced, your branches are broke, you're falling over, it sucks. Yeah, we're going to put those in there so we make sure that I'm not going to block off my conveyor routes. I'm pretty sure the blocks can still pass through, or the resource can pass through blocks that are on the same tech. I just don't like that idea. I never have. It doesn't seem right. So I don't want to get used to using it, because honestly I think it should go. It shouldn't be part of the game. It's a physics-based game, and I'm pretty sure physics doesn't explain ghosting through stuff. Maybe it does. Maybe I've missed something, but I've never seen that myself. But yeah, I kind of like the idea of the black on the outside there. Fill them in. Now, what are we going to do there? A couple lights? Nice. But for the most part, I'm liking where that's going. Get a few lights on here so she glows pretty at night. I think we'll just leave it like that. I don't want to get too much on here and then end up having to take it out because I don't like it. I usually like to do one side at a time, but sometimes it's better just to go around and do a little bit on all sides concerned at a time. Especially if you're going to do a lot where you might forget. Which I do a lot of, forgetting that is. Do a little bit of shopping. I haven't used those really, the fins or whatever they're called. I'm kind of thinking it'd help this to maybe look like a spaceship kind of thing. But then I got on to using the solar gens for that aspect, and it seems to be working for me. Gives it kind of like that space station feel, I think. But yeah, we're going to do a little bit different here on this part. I was thinking of having the center as my lowest point of the text, so the sky anchor would be the only way of attaching. But then I got thinking, well, it might be nice to have anchors lower. Now, I got thinking maybe it'd just be better to have sky anchors on all of them. So you're guaranteed to be able to anchor everywhere. But the one thing I like about the anchor in the middle is that you can spin this like a turret. Because it is a hover tech and it has the control it does. It does want to move a little bit. So it sends it tippy a touch. But it's not enough to really mess you up if you're like defending yourself and whatnot. I just kind of wish they'd get rid of that purple pulse thing. Like, it's not as fast as this from the real game. This has obviously been sped up quite a bit. But, it'd be nice if we could just tell it when to flash like that. Like, am I completely covered? Hit a button. Ooh, missing a spot. So, you know. Well, that looks about to be the good spot for there. Get a few more of them, just so we know. Like, look, we're already down to 16 million. Man, money is flying out of our pockets. Yep, want to make sure that's like so. Build this down a touch. Because with this stuff, you do need a lot of batteries. And I'm going to use the biggest ones I can as much as I can. So if I had my way, I probably won't even use another GSO battery. But there's always those times where that's the only one that'll fit in the space provided. So, and yeah, now that we have the Flying Fortress hover plates for Hawkeye, they look even cooler than they did before. There, we'll get that wrapped up. Hopefully that's ready to do the same on this side. Cool, cool. Build that across. Oh yeah, don't want to forget that one. Now we just got to copy the battery outline. We'll put in some more adjustment thrusters. We need a lot more of them, so we back shopping. Like I said, it's a good thing we grabbed money, because now we're down to under 15.5 million. These parts are pricey, I tell you. And we're not going to skimp out on this build. This is endgame build. This is where you do everything you can to make what you want. Because everything is available. Everything should be obtainable. Except for the EXP and the special blocks. Need a crafter for them too. Special ones at least. I could see not having one for the EXP blocks, but it'd still be nice. Yeah, maybe like that. I think the avalanche launchers are going to be a lot better than cruise missiles in here. Just because I do want to close it in a bit. And they have to jet out. And then they fire down. And then they're guided. But what I was seeing is it was going to hit into the sides. So that was going to limit. Oh, it'd be a fair chunk of the missiles I had there. And, well, I don't really want to do that. And as you can see, the downside to working up on a high hill like that is, well, you get blocks everywhere. And the skew can't reach from this high down to that low. So it's a bit of an issue, but something we can just take a little build break and go back to. But this is where I think I'm really going to like the cruise missiles. Because then if I'm right over an enemy, they're going to fire out from the side, or sides, and then they're going to curve back in to hit their target. I think that's going to be kind of cool looking. So we're going to build it up and we're going to find out for sure. Yeah, that Hawkeye bubble, it ain't much smaller than the Geocore one, which really doesn't really make sense to me, honestly. I kind of figured Geocore being the bigger boys of this game, they'd have maybe 1.5 times bigger than the Hawkeye one. And they really need a shield. They're the only Corps that doesn't have a shield, doesn't have projectile weapons. And honestly, I think they should have a projectile weapon. Maybe not like the traditional guns and lasers that we've got. Oh, look at that. She's tipping nice. Maybe like, I don't know, an explosives launcher would be a good one. Or even a harpoon with an anchor. Because, you know, in mining they use explosives. So we should be able to have some kind of a TNT pack or something like that. Maybe a catapult launcher. And honestly, if we're not really going to have any projectile weapons for them, they should maybe have the best shields in the game. Well, maybe a little less than Hawkeye as far as their durability, but a little bigger in size. Because Hawkeye is the warring main, like, surrounding theme is war. Oh, look at that. That looks cool. So I think it'd be good to have them with the strongest shields. But they don't have to be the biggest. Not by any means. Oh, see, that's what I mean. Let's see how those curved in. That I like. There's going to be a lot of techs that are going to have trouble with this thing when it is completely done. I'm hoping it's like pretty much undefeatable. But if we lose too much power, we're going to be on the ground and our bubbles are going to go out. So we're going to have to just keep an eye on that. Going to have to make sure we always have the battery gauge on. Fuel's not as important, but still good to have. You know what they say, information is power. And I think we're getting powerful. Look at that, we can flip it right upside down sideways. That's cool. I do like that. Nah. Yeah, see, this is the kind of text that I enjoy building with the anti-grav and stuff like that. Things that do what you think they probably shouldn't do, but then they do it. So it's, I don't know. It'd be nice if we had mobile crafters like we used to way back in the day. We didn't have to be anchored. Because then, or yeah, I don't think we had to be anchored back then. I'm pretty sure it was like that. But if not, we should have an unanchored version and an anchored and unanchored version of the crafters. That would be cool. Especially with like sky bases and stuff like that. I know they got the sky anchor. They want us to anchor it to use it, but why? Why can't we have both? I know a lot of people may not use the anchorable ones, but there'll be some that do. And the more options you give us, the more crazy the builds can be. Oh, and just more awesome. They don't have to be crazy. They can just be freaking cool. Ooh, look at that. She's really leaning. But the anchor's holding. So that's what I want to know. Oh, it almost looked like the base of the anchor moved a little bit sideways on that one. Yeah, so far I'm liking the way this is coming. And the more and more I build on it, the more and more little ideas I get that are going to add into it, or hopefully be able to add into it. Should hopefully just make it cool as heck. But as you can see, it really burns through the batteries we got in this thing so far. So it's going to be my main concern right now, followed closely by the handling as I build on, is I'm going to try and, like I was before, dump as many batteries in there as I can. Let's give her another little go here to try some stuff. Oh, there's those rockets. A little too much rockets on the top, it looks like. I had to use my tilt to get her to go like that. Well, look at that. It'll do a complete backflip while moving, not just flipping in the air like it did before. So that's a good thing. I was worried about the air adjustment thrusters being conflicted, trying to tilt plus turn. So I didn't really... It's not as good as I would hope They do interfere with each other a little bit because they are trying to do two things at once, but still handle their maneuvers quite well for being this size. Well, I guess it's not heavy. With the amount of anti-grav I got on this, it probably weighs like 2 pounds. And that's just because of the air that's stuck in between the blocks. That's something, eh? 2 pounds of air? Whew. But yeah, I could see this thing being pretty effective. The only downside to it is, being such a big tech, it is starting to cause a little bit of lag here and there. So that tells me by the time this is a finished build, it might be very slow. We'll definitely be speeding up video from here on out just to make her watchable. And you can still see the odd pause in there. So just imagine, whatever pause you see, times that by like 4 more. That's what I'm seeing. But I think right around in here, we're going to get just about ready to call this one at an end. So, I tripped. As always, if you did enjoy what you saw, throw a like down, put some comments around, share with the friends, help them have a good one too. Hopefully that's what these videos and everything is helping with. But also, if you'd like to keep up to date, throw a subscription on this, hit that button, and smack on that bell, make her ding. It should ding. It doesn't, but it should. And we'll be on our way to having some fun and some building excitement. And also, I'd recommend going through the description. There's a couple cool things we got going on there on the forums you might be interested in. But until that next time, just keep being that awesome. Keep having a good one. Bye.